Hello everyone and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Today we are looking into the rather weird unsolved case of the murders of West German tourists Andrea Scherpf and Bernd Göricke, whose murders in Chetwynd, Canada have remained unsolved for nearly 40 years. Andrea Scherpf was born in what was then West Germany on the 31st of December 1959, while the elder Göricke was born on the 29th of June 1956. In 1983, both travelled together to Canada and began hitchhiking around Western Canada in September and October 1983. On or around the 3rd of October 1983, the duo accepted a ride in a 1960s Chevrolet pickup truck in Chetwynd, in the northeast of British Columbia, in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. As of 2016, the population is 2,503 people. With the car heading on British Columbia Highway 97, it is believed that both were killed on the same day, shortly after leaving Chetwynd. Both were shot. Their bodies were dumped 37 kilometres west of Chetwynd, just off British Columbia Highway 97 and the Pine River. Their bodies were not found until the 6th of October 1983, with forensic identity suggesting a European identity, with Interpol informed accordingly. Family members identified the bodies as that of Scherpf and Göricke. The killer is known to have stolen their items and dumped a pair of blood-spattered jeans in a nearby garbage bin before driving south and buying petrol on the 4th and 5th of October 1983, utilising 5 of Scherpf's travellers' checks at 5 petrol stations across British Columbia. The items missing, released by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, were, for Göricke, a West German passport number D39000872, a West German driver's license number 146777, an international driver's license number 2151383, a backpack of the brand Lowy, which was green in colour with a black bottom and a 10cm hole in the bottom with an Edelweiss flower patch covering it, a blue nylon mummy-type sleeping bag, a green army-type jacket with a zipper, a pocket-type German-English dictionary, a small circular propane-type camping stove, a daily diary written in German, an orange cotton jacket with a pile exterior, a white t-shirt with a printing Snowden mouldings for better penetration, the current axe, a brown guitar of an unknown make which was in a brown vinyl-type bag, a pair of hiking boots with the make unknown, and an eye-floor-type green-coloured tent with an exterior frame. Scherpf had a West German passport number S4114020, a West German driver's license 66177, and an international driver's license number 3783, as well as a West German ID card number 04367598. There was also a blue Lowy backpack, a blue nylon mummy-type sleeping bag, and a Canon AE1 camera with a lens and the serial number 1330139. Moreover, she had a lady's brown leather purse, a sleeping bag which was linear and made of old linen sheets sewn together with pale red and green and blue stripes, a lady's digital watch, however the make is unknown, a blue cotton jacket with a pile exterior, a pair of red canvas shoes, a pair of brown leather shoes, a pair of hiking boots, a pair of Roman-type sandals, blue jeans, a red short-sleeved dress with brass rivets, a necklace and oval brooch of 1 centimetre which was engraved with leaves, a black and purple cotton skirt with silver sparkles, as well as a white and green tank top. Heading south down Highway 97, the killer used the first traveller's check in Prince George, the largest city in northern British Columbia, with a population of 74,004 people and considered to be the northern capital of British Columbia, versus 266 kilometres south of where the bodies were found. The killer then used the second traveller's check in Quetzal, which is in the Caribou Regional District, and has a population of 23,146. This is 121 kilometres or 1 hour and 22 minutes south of Prince George and further down Highway 97. The killer then continued south on Highway 97, heading onto the Caribo Highway section and used the third traveller's check 52 minutes or 76.6 kilometers away in McLeese Lake. The fourth traveller's check was used in Lac La Hache, a recreational and retirement community in British Columbia, with the killer heading south-southeast along Highway 97 south, which is 104 kilometers or 1 hour and 10 minutes away from McLeese Lake. The final traveller's check was used at 100 Mile House, which has a population of 1,928 people and is just 20 minutes or 25.9 kilometres from Lac La Hache. It is from here that the trail went cold. The case remained open for 6 years with 900 tips received on the murder of Scherpf and Göricke. Andy Rose would be found guilty and imprisoned for double murder. However, he turned out to be innocent after nearly 10 years. Rose was born on the 16th of October 1948 in Grand Falls, Newfoundland, and was working in Chetwynd in 1983, along with Madonna Mary Kelly. In a conversation with an undercover police informant, Kelly claimed that Rose arrived on her doorstep drunk, covered in blood, and claimed to have murdered 5 people. In 1991, Rose was charged and convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison, with an appeal unsuccessful in 1994. In March 1996, DNA analysis revealed that there was no DNA traces of Rose on the bloody jeans abandoned at the crime scene. As a result, combined with the claims from his ex-wife contradicting those of Kelly, Rose was released on bail in 1998 after serving nearly 7 years in prison, with a third trial to take place. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police attempted to get a confession from Rose during the next 3 years, however this was never successful. In 2001, DNA traces on the jeans abandoned at the crime scene were linked to 5 people, including Scherpf and Göricke, while the third person was salient. It was not linked to Rose. In January 2001, prosecutor Gil Mikkonen issued an acquittal for Rose, and as a result he is no longer a suspect. Rose tried suing the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the federal Canadian government for false prosecution. However, this got nowhere. Kelly now lives in Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada. The second suspect was Vance Hill, an American construction worker from California who lived with his wife Willardine, who was also from California, and 3 children. In 1967, Hill moved with his wife to Western Canada. He was a hunter and a chronic alcoholic. In April 1983, Hill's wife separated from him and moved back to California, with Hill remaining in Prince George. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police arrested Hill on the 21st of October 1983 on 2 unrelated charges of obtaining lodging by false pretenses. In November 1983, he returned to his native California. Within months of returning, he confessed to killing 2 hitchhikers who he met at a bar in Chetwynd. He told Willardine that the couple asked if he could take them, and he agreed. When he began to harass Scherpf, who was unnamed at the time, Göricke, who was also unnamed by Hill, protested. He then stopped his pickup truck, and they got out, and the trio began to argue. Hill then reached into his pickup truck, grabbed his pistol, and shot Göricke. Scherpf began screaming and, according to Hill, wouldn't shut up, so he killed her. Believing that it was one of his drunkard fantasies, Willardine ignored this. However, shortly thereafter, Hill attempted to kill himself, and in a suicide note to Willardine stated that he was doing it so that he wouldn't go to jail. With the attempt unsuccessful on the 28th of July 1985, he tried again, put a gun to his mouth, pulled the trigger, with this suicide attempt successful. In 1997, Willardine told her nephew what Hill had told her, and the duo told the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. However, the DNA on the jeans at the crime scene was not linked to Hill, and despite the confession of Willardine, Hill is no longer a suspect in the double murder. Thereby, the case remains unsolved. Canadian journalist Lyndon McIntyre analysed the case in an episode of The Fifth Estate, an investigative documentary that airs on CBC and has been airing since the 15th of September 1975. However, this episode primarily focused on the attempt to convict Rose and did not lead to any conclusive suspects. In 2013, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police called for any member of the general public with information related to the missing person of the 2 victims to come forward. However, no one came forward. Royal Canadian Mounted Police, based on witness reports, have confirmed that their suspect is a Caucasian Anglo-Saxon male who was approximately 40 years old at the time of Göricke and Scherpf's murder. The The suspect had straight collar-length brown hair and a medium to dark complexion, with the individual walking with slumped shoulders and wearing a long-sleeved green shirt, possibly with the same coloured pants or blue jeans, a dark-coloured hunter-style cap with fold-up flaps and a vest. Currently, however, the case is cold. If you have any information, please contact the Chetwynd Canadian Mounted Police on +1 250 788 9221 or Canadian Crime Stoppers on +1 1800 222 8477. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to inform yourself of when new videos come out. Also, why not hit that like button and leave a nice comment? It helps more than you know, and your support is truly appreciated. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet. Have an amazing day, and remember that truth is always more interesting than fiction.